Can you guys hear me? What's up, Christopher? What's up, Luke? How you doing, Luke? Do I remember you? Yeah, I do remember that afro. I do remember you. Did you buy Just Nibble? Here you're good. Okay, so let me turn this down a little bit. All right. So, you know, there's been a lot of mixed feelings about this, but so I just wanted to tell it straight. I just want you guys to know that this thing's going to be shaken up in the crypto space. So I'm just going to play this. If you guys don't follow me on crypto Twitter, that way you understand what I'm about to talk about. And then we can also look at the DigiByte charts, right? I'm not going to talk about price, but we can talk about momentum, you know, some strengths, some weaknesses, right? So let me, what's going on here? Let me stop that. And this little thing here, I did a little video. I'm going to make it bigger. Now I did this on Twitter. Everybody's heard it, but I want you guys to hear it as well. Let me know if you can. Well,
LBRY, the SEC.
Can you guys hear that?
The future of crypto. Hey guys, Scripts Guy here. How you doing? Love you. Help LBRY save crypto. The SEC doesn't understand blockchain.
Can you guys hear this?
Made in SEC versus LBRY would destroy the United States cryptocurrency industry. What's the big deal? The entire blockchain industry is at risk in the United States. Big tech and Wall Street would have more power, and many people could lose their jobs. The SEC is advancing an aggressive and disastrous new standard that would make almost all blockchain tokens securities. Classifying all actively developed blockchain tokens as securities will be a bureaucratic nightmare for United States residents and businesses operating in the U.S. Under this new standard, almost any token is a security, including the previous safe Ethereum. The nature of technology is that it is never finished. This change will make it much harder for startups to form new blockchain companies, cause massive job loss, and stunt the development of critical new technology. All the while, big tech and Wall Street prosper. You know what? Share this story, guys. Spread the awareness. Help LBRY save crypto. This isn't really good. I don't think anybody understands the full scope of what this could do. And your favorite cryptocurrency? Yeah. Your favorite exchange? Yeah. Even Coinbase. This stuff could be. They have the power, guys, to lock it up, take all your funds, and just say, "You're done. We don't want this happening." Okay? We don't want it to happen at all. Remember, big tech doing patents for cryptocurrency and blockchain? Yeah, they're trying to take our rights away, even in the free crypto realm. So sign the petition, tell SEC to stick it, that cryptocurrency must remain legal and free. Add your signature, Scripts got it out.
So that's what I did earlier on Twitter, right? And so, I mean, everybody's heard it, right? The thing I wanted to address, and, you know, it might be a deciding factor in all, most of the discussions about tokens and, you know, securities and, you know, that, you know, Ethereum wasn't supposed to be a security. Well, you know, it's pumping out all these, you know, side chains and these chains to help it, as I understand it, as, you know, a utility. But when you all look at it, it's ICOs. I mean, they're going after blockchain that's basically, making money. Now, the SEC wants to stop this. Okay, what they want to do is big tech is making all those patents on blockchain, and just to kill all these other blockchains that are making like DeFi protocols, excluding the banks, peer to peer. So, I mean, this isn't nothing new, but they're trying to attack the blockchain at all angles. Okay, so I mean, obviously the SEC attacked Ripple, and that didn't. Well, they might be backing out of that one. But they're attacking LBRY, or LBRY stepping up and say, hey, we ain't going for this. So sign the petition, guys. It's on Twitter. But that's it, man. I mean, really, that's what's going on. But remember when the SEC was like bringing Ripple to court, and Coinbase and all these exchanges stopped the trading of Ripple or XRP? Sorry, I didn't want to offend all the XRP guys out there, but yeah, basically put a stop to it. They can do whatever they want. I mean, let's just face it. I mean, they want the Wall Street and big tech to survive. They don't want you and me to survive. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, the more they push this kind of regimen over us, they're not going to have us left. So my thing is decentralized protocol, Bitcoin, right? So they're after security. They're not after Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has came this far to basically make a staple within itself. It's just new technology, right? And but Bitcoin isn't doing what these others are doing. Bitcoin is just people seriously investing and trading in Bitcoin like a stock market. It's not doing all these other cool things like farm and all that crazy stuff, creating liquidity and all that. But and yields, other than when you trade it or when you invest in it or when you buy and sell it, right? But they're after apparently Ethereum. They want to overturn Ethereum to become a security and attack everything on the Ethereum. Probably all blockchains. But what's so interesting about DigiByte? It's open source and it's a public utility. Its decentralized nature. So in its decentralized nature, it's open source and it's public. We can use it. I just learned today that you can go, in the core wallet and, start raw transactions and basically hash that transaction myself and basically talk to the blockchain. And so that is really cool. I mean, I'm sure some of you gurus out there know what I'm talking about. It's a raw transaction on the core wallet of Bitcoin. Because DigiByte is a UTXO blockchain, you could do the same thing with DigiByte. So you can talk to Bitcoin in the core wallets, and you could do the same thing with DigiByte. You can talk to DigiByte. So basically, let's see if I can get this. Let me get it correct. That way you guys know what I'm talking about. You can write up to 80 bytes of data into a tax, right? A SHA-256 of any file is 32 bytes. So basically you could talk to it and create tax for it. That way it can operate, okay? And once it's there in the hashes. And so you could basically, create a business out of DigiByte and Bitcoin. But on the other hand, with Ethereum, they're creating dApps that have protocols talking to other chains. And yeah, I mean, this is what the SEC does not want us to succeed. Doesn't want it. And there's a lot of programs out there that are trying to learn all they can about crypto and how it works. And it's just like Brian Armstrong, I believe, from Coinbase. He was warning the whole crypto community last year that they're going after wallets, right, and trying to basically go beyond KYC and start making names to everybody's wallet, an address, every transaction, every gift when someone gives you some crypto. Could you imagine how the blockchain would slow down because of that? Do you think people would really still want to continue using it if Big Brother is still watching? I mean, pretty soon, guys, the way the things are going at this rate, it's going to be illegal to even have a wallet without your name and your address and tied to some tax, the IRS or whatever. But this is what they want. We got to keep blockchain free. We got to fight them. And that's, I mean, they're going to keep throwing daggers. They're going to keep throwing, swinging swords at us until we give up. And people, they hear the same thing over and over. Oh, the SEC is attacking. Oh, they're doing it again to this cryptocurrency. Oh, they're doing it again. Pretty soon, guys, believe it or not, you guys are going to roll over. That includes me too. Pretty soon, we don't even want to hear that nonsense because how many times have we heard the predictive programming from TA analysts? We don't listen to the news for our gains on the charts. So if you're not listening to the news, guys, guess what? We're going to be deaf. And if we're not looking at the news, we're going to be blind. Now, of course, the TA guys are saying we don't trade on news. Like, oh, Chinese New Year's coming. We better dump, you know. Be prepared. That's not what I'm saying is if the programming is to get you guys to get programmed not to listen to the news, then you're not going to know if the SEC is going to attack crypto or blockchain. I mean, I don't know how many people know about this, but it's pretty amazing that it's not being talked about as one of the top tiers of why we're in crypto. It's pretty amazing. But, you know, because I only had like, how many views did I have on that? Like 4? I mean, guys, anyway, blockchain lets us interact with it. We can talk to it. We can do we can create businesses out of it. How do you think they're doing it? How do you think these companies are doing it? You and I can learn and do it. This is what they're trying to take away from you. They're trying to create patents to do it. They don't want you to do it. And they want to keep you dumb. And they don't want you to listen to the news either. So we need to watch this. We need to watch it very closely. So sign that petition from LBRY, guys. It's the least you can do, right? I mean, I'm just saying. Let's get to some of the comments, and then I'll just interact with you guys for a second, see what you guys think. I mean, what do you guys think? Are they using the popular TA experts to take your attention away from the news and what's being written as bills and what the SECs are trying to do and take our liberties away so we can be sheep and just, stay over here looking at the charts? I mean, what do you think, guys? I mean, haven't you heard that? We don't trade on news, right? I mean, I've been hearing that the past year and a half. And every time something crazy is coming down the pike against blockchain. I mean, a lot of people are like, hey, hooray, XRP is getting attacked by SEC. But then everybody knew, like, I mean, they waited too long. And then there was a different group of people trying to prosecute them, right? Plead their case against them. Like they had the final, like, trump card or something. Like, I'm not, no pun intended. I'm just saying, like, the trump card, like, oh, we got you with this, and they didn't have nothing. So, I mean, so far it seems that way. But I mean, just right after that, they're like, okay, we can't get XRP. We're gonna go after the whole freaking thing, right? We're gonna make Ethereum. In fact, guys, I thought Ethereum was a security when I looked at it. When I looked at it myself, what, 2.5 years ago, they deemed it not a security, like kind of like Bitcoin, right? But again, I mean, why are they reneging? Right? Can I say renege? I guess I can. Okay. So, but all I'm saying is like, they're going to continue to do it and make us tired until they get their way. But as for me, as for DigiByte, as for Bitcoin, it's open source. There's no CEO. It's not an ICO. Why do you think this is the mantra from the beginning for DigiByte? For these cases right here. You got to tread lightly with the world. You do. Oh boy. Okay. Well, back to comments, and then we'll get to rants, charts, whatever you guys want to talk about. This is your hangout. Let's hang out. Also, sorry, man. I sold all my DGB and put it into SafeMoon. Oh yeah, that's the first place I would take it, Luke. SafeMoon. I'm glad you made a profit. It just sounds funny, right? SafeMoon. Well, you're safe. Have you ever been to the moon? Is it safe? How you doing, Luke? How you doing? Yes, we can. Express and I'm sorry, Express Annika. Hey, what's up, girl? I know I butchered that name, but I've seen. Hey, I remember her. She's been in there. She's been in here a few times. She's got. I believe you have like YouTube videos of your kids, right? Oh yeah. You didn't change your name, man. Well said on Twitter. I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, if they have the power to tell the exchanges to stop selling XRP, they have the power to tell the exchange to lock your assets, to lock your money, and you're done. Why do you think we preach not your keys, not your crypto? Oh, they just watered you down. Oh, it's a bull market. Everybody's going to be on exchanges because we don't know if it's going to go up or down. F the SEC. That's right. What's up, Laz? In fact, that's where I saw the article. And then, you know how late it was? I already did the video on Twitter, and I was talking about it. Just read what, LBRY was stating to sign a petition, fight against big tech. They're making patents against us. Well, and then when new blockchains come out, oh, no. We got a patent on that. Yeah. We got a patent. Well, I mean, we're pretty smart, guys. We can do exactly what they do and just insert one little thing that, does an elliptic curve and ruin their patent. It's all how it pegs. It's like a graph. You know what I mean? Like, say, picture graph, right? Right? Geometry. And you got you got this like well, hold on. You got a graph and you got this elliptic curve through the graph, right? And that's the communication line. You got to tap into that. Each time it hits that and crosses the graph, you got a communication link. So A, B, and C, right? And then from A, B, and C, you can connect A to B, right? And then B to C, right? That's how it connects. That's how it's communicating. Screw their patent. It's just a pen and paper, dude. F the SEC. It's a lot of letters. I don't think that was an alphabet blast, but I get your point. Agog in the house. What's going on? Uh-oh. FQ tube. I'm driving my rig on a night, running through mountains, so I can not comment, but I will watch till the end. This could be the end. I'm just joking. Could be the end for Ethereum security. That means a lot of slowdown. And Ethereum-like protocols, apps, smart contracts, something like that, right? Freaking weird, man. We got to protect blockchain. You know, I don't mind DigiByte versus Ethereum, or Ethereum versus Polkadot, or ADA versus, Ethereum killer, right? Whatever. I don't mind those things. I like those things. I want to see what prevails. But what I don't like is the SEC saying, no, we're against all of you, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. The puppet master. Right? I don't like that. I mean, since when did we need these guys? I mean, I want to be compliant as possible, but they're playing hardball. And what are we able to do? Sign petitions. And they do work. But it's the people that push the petitions, it costs them money to do it. I mean, the hands and feet, the boots on the ground. People actually, you know, there's people actually fighting these people. Okay? I'm not technically fighting them. I just disagree with the SEC. There's people fighting them. But thanks, brother, for driving in the mountains in the dark. Is it great out there? Where you at, man? Maybe we can ping you on the IP. GPS, maybe. I want to track you. I want to know which mountain you're going, what highway. Because I'm the SEC. I don't approve. Whose cargo are you carrying? Crystal, how you doing, Crystal? How you doing? Agog, music and charts. Oh, yeah. You're always on the charts, man. But you know what? That's what I'm saying, man. If we keep our eyes on the charts and not the news, then we're like deaf, man. I mean, I get it. You just got to see it through the lens of what I'm talking to you now. We're going to get to the charts. I'm just talking to you guys. Luke says, haha, name is definitely something else. TBH thought it was a scam at first, but got a strong community. We'll probably jump back into DGB when Safe Moon starts falling. Well, cool, man. Cool. Yeah, so I take it you're here for the charts too. We'll look at the charts here. I'm almost to the comments. Can you talk about the DGB mining project? Sean West says. I believe you mentioned it before in a bit. Yes. So the problem I have with my mining project right now, I got one person mining it on my node, but both my miners can't mine it because the Bitmain read screen, I believe, is tied to another account, and I can't get it reset. I can reset my miner, and it runs. But when I read it with my IP, it's not erasing. It's not erasing the IP. It's not resetting it. So it's stuck to my old house IP, and I can't sync it to my node. Pretty frustrating, dude. I've been working on this for. If anybody has an idea what I'm talking about, right? It just saved my old IP from my old house from a different service. It's supposed to reset. I don't know. I even started a whole Bitmain account so I can get it going. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Once that thing's going, we do have one miner on it, but it's taking forever. He's been mining. Because it's a P2 pool and it's a solo mine. He's been mining it all by himself for 2 weeks and he hasn't got paid out because he's one miner and he's against these higher these bigger miners that hash more, right? You see what I'm saying? The difficulty on DigiByte, and the rewards reduced by 1%, and the difficulty is getting stronger. So one miner ain't going to cut it, but he's going to get paid out all those rewards, like 521 DigiByte. It's just we need more miners, and that was the whole point of me having 2 miners. He had a miner. Now he's getting his friends, hopefully, to get a miner through the mail, so we get more miners on the pool. And once that happens, and what I told them was we're going to test it out for a month to see what the payout is, so I can adjust the assets. If that makes sense, Sean. Thanks for coming on the show. And is DGB still worth mining? I'm interested in starting. Yeah, it is. It is, but even a farm barely breaks even. So you got to remember that was the whole point of my asset to mine DigiByte with all these miners. I have the fast internet. I have the capability. I have the power. It's just my miners need to be reset somehow. Not on the hardware level either. On the login level of Bitmain. Now, I can go out and buy some more, but that was the whole point of the assets being sold, to buy them. But it looks like I might have to buy another one. And plug it in to help my friend because he hasn't got paid out, but he'll get the whole payout. But the whole point of selling the asset was to get more miners. So basically, you're investing in a mining farm. That's what it is. But if you don't have that kind of the knowledge to start mining right away, it's kind of a difficult task. You can jump on a nice hash and start mining, but you're mining with people that have a lot of mining hash power, and you're going to get a fraction. So it's best to start off with a brand new farm. You know what I mean? And that was the goal. So if you're still interested in that, I'm going to have to get some miners to start mining. The economic ninja's in the house. Thank you, Ninja, for yeah. Hey, Ninja, we need you to go over there to the SEC and slit some throats, right? Thank you for battling the economics, Ninja. Digi contracts. Yeah, Digi contracts. Now, of course, those kind of contracts aren't like connected to other contracts where they'll probably be able to be switched out, but on the DigiAsset X. But it's not like generating yield from each other. You know what I mean? Like the SEC does not like that. Like they're missing out on a lot of money. Wall Street. All those guys, the gold bugs, all of them. Stock market's going to be missing out a lot if they don't assetize the assets. And big tech wants to destroy our free blockchain. Atomic swap. Bryce, what's going on, Bryce? Going through Boise, Idaho, heading east. Nice. Sean West, DigiByte has a bright future. That's right. Gamers, artifacts, DigiByte will be part of the future. The future is now, guys. If we don't battle and stick with it in today, present time, because we don't know if we have tomorrow. We really don't. I'm talking about living. We don't know if we have tomorrow. I don't know if I have tomorrow. I could die tomorrow or today or in my sleep. And all this was said, then it carries on with you guys. But what if what if we don't have tomorrow? Seriously, it's not even going to matter, is it? But yeah, DigiByte is the future. DigiByte is now. DigiByte will be part of the future. Fill up your bags. It's gonna blow people's minds when it skyrockets. Thank you. Ninja says, have you used DigiID yet? Yes. Are you asking me, Ninja? Of course so. Of course I've used DigiID. Sean West, DigiByte has become the world's longest, fastest, and most secure blockchain in existence. Yeah, and after that follows with DigiByte doesn't have a CEO, it's not an ICO, and it's decentralized, guys. Truly. Sucks we can't edit these remarks. Ninja? Hell yeah, I'm still in. Okay, all right. We'll do it. I mean, I'm gonna have to go out of pocket, man. I went out of pocket for all this computer stuff. I went out of pocket to get the fastest internet without going satellite, without owning the satellite company. But yeah, I got Google Fiber, but I got gotta get another miner. At least I hope it's the miner. Shoot. For all this time, I was thinking it was my internet, but I don't know, man. I'm still thinking it's my internet. If I go buy another miner, I will take this computer and throw it out the freaking window. Yeah. The Ninja. I own it. I'll deal with it. Yeah. Yes, Ninja. Ninja's going to talk about the SEC. Or have you already? I don't think you have. Have you? Talk about it. It's LBRY versus the SEC. Check it out. Save free blockchain. I think, is that what it was, guys? Let's look. I'll tell you what it was, and then we're going to get to the charts because people are dying and itching. Yeah. Okay, so it was help LBRY save crypto. You're like, hey, LBRY is just like a platform, digital. It's just like basically YouTube, guys. So the SEC is advancing aggressive and disastrous new standard that will make almost all blockchain tokens securities. Now listen to what it said. Almost all blockchain token securities. So I think DigiByte's in the clear here, guys. As much as we tout what we tout, I mean, ever since I joined DigiByte, boom! No ICO. Boom! No CEO, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, but anyway, it's gonna hit a lot of DeFi, all this stuff, man. If it gets passed, anyway. So they're really going after Ethereum, okay, and everything Ethereum. That's what they're doing. So it's called hashtag help LBRY save crypto. It's in the hashtags, guys. Just look up on YouTube or Twitter, hashtag help LBRY save crypto, right? So I'm just gonna Come on, make it work. Make it work for me, baby. Uh, um, right. You see, I got to do all the capital letters and all that, right? I want to make sure people are going to get this. Just says crypto. It's slang, guys. It's slang for cryptocurrency. That's short for cryptocurrency. All right, guys. Okay, now. Oh, every time I drive through Idaho, I'm always on the lookout for Jared Tate so I can get a selfie with him, but I don't know what city he lives in. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find Jared, guys. Oh yeah, Jared's in Texas. I'm not gonna tell you where. Just gonna tell you the state. It'd be wrong to tell you where he is, straight up. I'm using speech to text, so it's not dangerous. Of course, it's not dangerous. And buckle up. Shoot. Keep your headlights, the beams on. You know what I mean? DigiByte 1 year in strong. That's right, Sean. Ninja in the house, Ninja in the house. He is in the house. My man Ninja in the house. I have to go to sleep. I don't have the energy that script has. Get out of here, dude. He does. Have you ever seen the morning one? He's up bright and early. It's like, okay, guys, listen, I had an idea. Economic Ninja right here. I mean, come on, dude. Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't wake up early, guys, and that's a testimony. I sleep in and get every bit of my 8 hours. All right, I'm going to the charts, right? I'm going to the charts. I have his address for low fee. Well, I highly doubt that. Maybe, but I highly doubt that. High hopes on this one hitting 10 cents. So close, butterfly. Remember that show, Butterfly in the Sky? I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading Rainbow. I can fly anywhere. I am planning a DGB festival in LA. Anyone would join. Interesting. I have I need to visit my mom. She lives in California, so that's kind of cool. Ninja too busy working his hair instead of investing in fiat. I don't think he's investing in fiat. Anyway, let's look at the charts. Everybody's dying to look at the charts, right? So let's do that, right? But anyway, you guys, I said what I had to say. If we're always looking at the charts, we're always looking and doing something else. Sean says he loves LA. And we're not paying attention to what they're doing behind the scenes, then yeah, it's not good, guys. But anyway, the charts today. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, there are the charts. Make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, it's pretty much played out exactly how I made this box. I mean, remember before one video said, I said, man, this was a big blue candle, guys. It was like up, remember? It went to like 7 cents, right? And then it went back down. And then, so that's where I left off. It literally touched the trend line, guys, right? And then not only, well, this is good news, guys, right? Because not only did it test this trend line that I drew from over here, that DigiByte's above this trend line right here, kind of failed to keep that one as support to continue to climb parabolically, right? But it fell through. So, and then it tests this line. We've been grinding. So yeah, we're on full screen. Okay. So music also, we got to have some music, guys. So I got a new indicator on here too. I'll show you too. Anyway, So not only did we bounce right here, we literally bounced, guys. I mean, it's what we did. Not only did we hit this trend line that DigiByte's been respecting this whole time, but we also, this is the daily, right? The daily, and this is the 50-day. The daily, we bounced off that too. So we didn't break it and go down here. Otherwise, we'd be testing the 100-day, the 100 EMA. Sorry, the 50 EMA, the 100 EMA, whatever. But we're in the blue box, and it's looking good. I mean, technically, I could have, did something like that, I guess, but I just left it right there because that's how I've had it, right? And so we're in this box, and DigiByte just seems to be staying above the 50 EMA on the daily, respecting the trend line, right? From back here in March, right? And yeah, we're just climbing, man. And this is basically what I thought was going to happen. And that's why I had these trend lines. I mean, it didn't break. And I mean, a couple times it came down, right? But then it hit the 50 and right back up, surprised us all. No big deal. Big blue candles, which are the green, by the way, on the chart. Obviously, the purple, the light purple is the red, okay? But yeah, we're tightening up in this area, guys. And so my new indicator, so if DigiByte breaks out, hold on. If DigiByte breaks out of this trend line, right, that we've been in for, the past month, we're going to this box, and that's just all there is to it. So yeah, really cool, really interesting. Pretty cool to watch. I mean, you guys see me draw this out. I mean, I did several things. I just basically just relaxed on this on the daily. I mean, we could have just went, because sometimes I was bringing you to the 4 hour, and the 4 hour, kind of looks like the same, but you're looking at a smaller time scale, and this is how it's been reacting. And technically, DigiByte's still looking good above all these EMAs. So, and the good thing about this is the 100-day came up and curved and crossed, and that's why we had this move right here. I mean, right here. And then we dumped because Bitcoin dumped. But then, the 50 is also above that as well. And I think that's why the 50 and the 100 right here on the 4 hour pulled DigiByte out of here, out of the 200, falling past it, right? So, but basically, it's still a trend line there. I mean, no matter how you slice it, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I mean, if it falls, guys, down here, then we're talking. If DigiByte's coming down here, then we can talk about something else. I mean, I don't have to talk about this all the time. This is bullish to me, right? DigiByte's good. We're fair. Everything's going well with DigiByte. This is just a smaller time scale. I like to stay on the daily. We can go for the weekly. Sometimes, the weekly, this just looks good to me, but we can go weekly too. Let's see, that's further back on the time scale. So there's a weekly, and it's looking freaking awesome. It's looking freaking awesome. Now, what is this indicator? Well, I'll show you. So this indicator lets me know on these lines right here, okay? DigiByte likes to move on these lines. Now, it's not so relevant on the weekly, but it is over here a little bit. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Wait, I'm trying to go back in May, right? Where we moved the first time last year. and then we moved all the way up in the middle of July, and then started creeping down. This is just like the MACD, guys, with the zero line. This is where the histograms would be, right? And this is where the MACD would be, right? But it averages it out in a different way. So when these lines are crossing this blue dotted line, and when these lines are crossing, when they cross each other above or near the lines, it's a different perspective altogether. Now, of course, this is the weekly, right? And when it was down here by this bottom line, and DigiByte went up, and it kind of, or I'm sorry. These Stokes right here, they went up, and DigiByte went up, and then it dumped because it just follows because the blue crossed down the red, it dumped, and then we've hit this bottom, right? This freaking bottom on the charts, right? This is the lowest DigiByte has gone, right? That's what the lines are telling us. Well, what happened was then we crossed up, and then once we crossed up here above this bottom, because we made a double bottom on this indicator. Once the blue crossed up, right, and they literally wide out and sectioned out. They had a lot of momentum when they went back to this zero line. Once both these lines were separated from each other, not so like lovey-dovey over here, crossing each other's paths. Basically, when it separated on the zero line, it blasted it off. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they continued to separate. And then they went over here past the higher part of the indicator. And this box tells you everything. That this will say it continues to rise, cross below signal line, cross below upper alert line. So this is the upper alert line. This is the signal line, the zero line. This is the cross below the zero line. So this is below the zero line. This is above the zero line. This is the signal line. Okay, cross below lower alert line. So this is the lower alert line. So it's like a negative 0.3. So these are percentages. Like this could be like, you know, like 0.3 percentage drop or 0.06 gain or whatever. But you're going by these things because these lines, these stochastics, these indicators, right? These two lines, when they cross paths, it's like an earthquake, okay? For the most part. Look what I'm saying. Like, it just crossed, they both separated their own on a parabolic journey, and they crossed the zero line from the bottom, and then bam, big move. It was anticipated. Look how far apart they were, right? But then it kind of curved up. It went a little bit parabolic back here, and it had a sell-off. But the momentum was still curving over. We were still good. I mean, look, it went up. DigiByte went up, right? I mean, look, it just climbed up, creeped up, and the blue line just bounced off the red line, or the purple line, and went back up again. And then we came back down on the chart. Well, the blue ticked down through that line, the red line, and then came down here. Now, what is down here? Well, this is this is the upper line, remember? That's what it said. Let's see here. The upper alert. This is the upper alert line. So it's an upper alert. Hey, look, it crossed. DigiByte crossed. The blue momentum crossed that red line. That means you're going down, straight out, down. Look how wide they were. And then they hit wide on the alert line, the upper alert line. And then that's why it kind of, fell really hard. It did bounce back here. That's why you see this like hesitation. But that was a huge candle for a bounce back. And you can't really see it on the weekly, okay? You'll have to see it on the daily and the 4 hour. But this is the weekly momentum, and it was going down, straight down, man. But we went down to the zero line, right? The zero line. And it stayed above. So it crossed above. It crossed above the zero line. So that's good. It crossed back up the zero line. It didn't come through the zero line where we're falling. Okay? No, we crossed up. We stayed bullish. And that's why we had this a little bit more strength up here for our next two hills here. It's a double mountain, all right? Who cares what it's called? It's climbing, and it flagged out, okay? I'm just telling you, I'm no expert, but I'm looking at the momentum and how it worked, right? So we're above the zero line, and then now we're getting that huge separation, just like what we got over here, guys. This one was probably a little bigger, but I mean, we still got above, we still ticked up and crossed, and come on, mouse. Come on, mouse. You can do it, mouse. Come on. So we still went up, crossed here, and it went up, and then we bounced off the top of that red line, stayed above the zero line, and it went up and separated itself. It V'd off, right? Wide out. It wide out. Big wide out. And it crossed the upper line. And this is what you got, right? This huge move, right? When, you know, that's because the momentum was swinging that way because the blue line's above the red line, all right? So just hear me out. The red line is what pulls the black or the blue line down, and it also is what pulls it up, okay? So the blue line is definitely the momentum, all right? It's showing you which way DigiByte's going on the chart. It tells you. Well, what do you mean? Well, you can't really see it on the weekly, but look on the weekly. We are above. We're on the above signal line. See, continues rising above. Yeah, we're continuing to rise above this high upper alert line. We're still above it on the weekly. So this thing should, I mean, just showing you what I was showing you back here, this thing should like freaking still pop. Okay, look, I mean, we're up here, it settled here, it jumped up, and we had this, you know, this pop, I mean, from our bottom, remember? All right, and that was this little tiny move, okay? Now we had another, you know, it cooled off, had this huge cool off, it crossed, made two mountains, or two double hills, and then it finally went, crossed up that upper signal line, and boom, there we are. Now we're flagging. This is a bull flag. Now look, it didn't even hit it. It didn't even hit that freaking line. We're up above it. So we're looking good. DigiByte might be popping hard, guys. I'm just saying. I don't know. I have no idea, but it looks like it's going to on the weekly. Now, what's it look like on? So it looks good. It looks bullish. I mean, anybody that looks at this chart is going to tell you, yeah, that's a freaking flag, and it's going to freaking go here, right? So, I mean, until it tells me something else, guys, I'm just going to stick with my guns here and say, well, I've seen something like this before. Now, let's go. That's the weekly. Let's go to the daily. Now, let's see the daily. Now, now here's where this indicator really comes into play, okay? For the most part on these big moves. And I think you'll see what I'm seeing, okay? So now you start seeing a little bit more action here because we're on the daily, okay? Now going back here, right? Let's see real quick, okay? We're seeing these things a little more action, okay? Now, so COVID lockdown, right? In March in America, in the U.S., the markets tanked, and then DigiByte just exploded. It hit the bottom signal line, the alert line, right? It crossed it, which wasn't good. We could have went to zero, guys. We could have freaking went to zero, okay? But it didn't. It crossed back up. Okay, and this was a huge alert that DigiByte was going to move, okay, because it went down, okay, it freaking made a new low, new bottom like we never seen it before, and because let's just face it, DigiByte's been at 13 cents, 14 cents, guys. This was next to, it was next to nothing. This was last March. This is price, but it was last March. It was 0.00157. Can you believe that? 0.00157. Yeah. And you guys know what it is now. So this was when it crossed above this lower alert line and it separated itself. Look. And it continued separating itself and then crossed the zero line. And then, hey, we found resistance at the high alert line. But that was the top for DigiByte. Just for that first move. Look at that. Right there. You see what I'm talking about? Now, it crossed back down, right? So we had some momentum down. But if over here you go back to these indicators, why did it bounce back over here and go up? Well, that's the 50-day. And the 50-day was on the bottom and it was already on the momentum of climbing up to cross. Look at that. Look at this. Okay? This little tick up above this zero line smashed DigiByte through oblivion. Freaking dang, dude. Right? And we stayed above and we were at a high alert line, which we crossed with separation on these indicators. Separation. And it continued. And then until we found something up here. And then we ticked down. And then look, it interacted. We're above the high alert line. Never came down at this point. And look, this little tick up, guys, it crossed again. It crossed. It went up above the line. It separated itself. It went past the zero line from the separation. It got hit resistance on the high alert line, crossed down, crossed up. Separation, went above the high alert line, went high, came down, interacted, crossed back up, separation, boom. These are your parabolic moves on this indicator. That's what this is. And these signal lines are very important because they're telling you, so far, as I could see on this one, they happen on the separation. Now, well, what happens when they come back to the zero line with some entanglement, right? Well, when you have something like this, right, when you have this coming back down, on this chart, it was hugging the 50, right? The 50 EMA, the candles, right? So this is what you're looking at on this indicator. So it's still bullish, right? But down here, so it turns out that the 50-day or the 50 EMA, right, is this zero line. That's what it turned out to be. This zero line is the 50, all right? So the candles are following this 50, right? Remember over here? Remember I showed you? We crossed that line. Right over here, we crossed the line, right? We crossed that line right here. That was a 50-day, but with separation. Well, what does that mean? I'm not quite sure what the separation means. I just know it's like separation of momentum, right? Because there's no lines over here, up here when it separated up here. So with the separation, I think what it is indecision is when they start entangling itself. It starts, there's going to be buyers, sellers, it's getting tighter. And then so that's what I mean by the separation, or when it starts entangling itself. But anyway, so it's the 50-day. This zero line is a 50-day. Okay? So that's what you look at this indicator. This is the caretaker indicator on TradingView. Just look up caretaker indicator, CT, and you'll find this. Okay? There's like, I don't know, 10 of them, but you'll find this. It's like the 5th one down or something like that. Now, DigiByte's jumping up and down on this 50 EMA, and then it really jumps right here again, like more momentum, right? Because, well, first of all, remember right here, there was a giant bull flag, okay? I mean, look at it. You could. Do I need to draw another one? There. Right there. All right. That's what that is. Right. Well, what can we do down here? Let's see. Right. Can we draw a bull flag here? I mean, these are momentum swings. I mean, shoot, right? Can we do that? Not really. Okay. So the difference between this pattern on the candlesticks and this pattern right here is you're looking for like bullish trajectory, like something like this is what you're looking for, right? Or some kind of like this movement right here, right? It's changing in this direction, right? From according to the candles, there's no real edge except the zero line. Okay, if these areas are staying above this and it's ticking upwards, creating separation and going up, we're going up. That's all it is. If you don't know what DigiByte's doing here, all right, and everybody says, hey, actually all you have to do, right, is DigiByte just needs to break out from this level and then you know it's going up. But you really don't know how far it's going up until you see this. And if it's ticking down and you can't see it ticking down because the candle's green, I mean, look, it's going up. The candles are green, right, or blue, right? So you wouldn't be able to tell, but you're above. Until it started ticking down. Come on, mouse. Come on. You can do it. Just one more video. Right. So anyway, you can't really do trend lines here. All you can do is just use these signal lines and where this thing is staying. So it creates support on the 50 on the zero line here. Same thing on the 50-day up here, right? See? But over here, it kept crossing above the 50 line, like right there, right above it, guys. And that was good. That was bullish. It kept fighting and crossing right above this 50 line. Kind of ticked down a little bit. But on the 50 EMA up here, it kept going through it. So trying to trade something like that or investing something like that would be a mess. It'd be like, oh, it's going to go down. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's going to go down. Oh, it's not because it's the green line, right? The 50, right? It'd drive you nuts. That's why I just buy it, right? And just wait for this thing to explode like forever. But anyway, so I like this indicator. Again, like DigiByte went down here. Okay, across the 50, DigiByte went down, right? And crossed the 50. Pretty much, if DigiByte's crossing above this area on the high signal, it's going up. That's bullish, huge bullish moves. Okay, doesn't have to be one candle, right? It could just be, several little candles like this. But then we cross down through two EMAs, the 50 and the 100, and that's what this is. All right. So from here all the way to the bottom through the zero. Zero, remember? 50. Pretty close to it. And we're just under the 100, right? And we're above the 200. So we're in between all that mess. But we signaled right here on the bottom of this alert. And we crossed up. We created separation right there, right? And went and got rejected right here at the signal line. So the blue line got rejected at the zero line on the signal line, zero. And that's it. Like the candles went above the green line, which is the 50 right here. And if I can even count for myself, because I watched DigiByte do that back then. The candle peeked through from the 50 over the 50. I thought we were going, like we were going again, but this indicator was saying, no, we're not going, not right now. We haven't crossed with separation, or we haven't done something else. We haven't reversed or ticked up inside the zero line. So we're basically stuck within this range. So DigiByte was going sideways. It doesn't matter if it was going up and down, it's just going sideways. And because it didn't cross. See, when you're crossing like this, 50 EMA and 100 EMA, you're not going to see the momentum except the separation going down. Look at those things. They're separating. Momentum was flying down. When you don't know what DigiByte's doing up in here, this is great. This was huge area to buy, guys. All this, man. You had September, October, November, December. You getting my drift? January, February pop. Why? Because look at this. We were in the low alert and the zero line. Look at all this time. Look at all this time. And you would still see this as sideways. Look at the, I'm going to move this. Look. See? Right here, this got rejected here, but the candles hit this, imaginary line, and we got rejected, right? And it's just going sideways and up, right? But look at that. Look at that. It found rejection at that candle body. See the wicks? But look at the momentum. It freaking crossed, right? It crossed. And it still didn't go higher than this. And this momentum, these two lines are higher than this zero line. Why? What's up with that? Well, if it crossed here, guys, it's gaining more momentum. It's just taking a little longer. But the momentum was stronger than back here. Okay? Why is that? Well, look at all the EMAs. They're all tight right there. So, just like a rubber band goes, they all go up, and then they're all free, and then they get all intertangled and twined like in a kite, string in a kite, and then it gets really banded, really tight right there. But they're showing huge separation when you cross that zero line, up and down, and then we're ticking up. We got rejected by that zero line. That's why it went down right here. And this is where it starts making moves. So DigiByte's climbing. It crossed, this candle crossed all the EMAs on the daily. Bam, big volume. We were on the zero line, guys, just under it. It crossed. Look how wide that gap is. You see it? See how wide that gap is? Huge. This is your signal. This was your signal that DigiByte was ready to turn around, big time. That candle. Because look, remember we were under it. We peaked above the zero line. Then we went back down. And then boom, we crossed that zero line with confidence. That's what we did. That zero line was not just indicating just the 50. It indicated all of them. We were above it. We were above all these EMAs. Look at them. They're right there like a cord, like a rope. All three lines all corded up in one rope. And the price action was above it. And the momentum was above it. We got rejected, just like this one did. From the bottom to zero line, came back, crossed it, stayed just under the zero line. We didn't go all the way down. And then crossed it, got rejected up here from the high line, from the high active alert line. And so this was your next indicator right here. Come on, mouse. That you're going to bounce off the zero line again. Right? Just like this. Right there. Right there. Right there. See? Pop. Bam. It just, this area right here, this right here is basically this right here. Okay? And so is this though. This right here is that right there. This right there, I mean this and this, and this is that. And now we peaked up here just like this one, right? And it fell down a little bit and then it finally popped. See? Crossed up above the high alert line, we fell down. But we found we're above this zero line, guys. Look. Look what happens when you're above the zero line. You're freaking huge bullish. This is on the daily, guys. We're looking good. You can't really see DigiByte when I shrink it that much, but Okay, we're looking good. And just to for the record, right? For the record. So we came back to the zero line after our huge run up, our recent push up. It crossed down and crossed that indicator with separation, went down, and it ticked up above the zero line, guys. And that's why I was like, you know, even within all this, I wasn't really tripping at all, right? I mean, all I was looking at was these trend lines and these EMAs, right? Even the EMAs got great separation on the daily. We're above it, and we're just creeping. This is a giant bull flag right there. See if DigiByte can break out. Slow and steady wins the race. So, I mean, I've been buying, guys. I don't know what you're doing. That's all I could say. But we did. Hey, look, we crossed up above the zero line. We had this little run up. Made a lower high, right down here. It was lower than that, just like it is on here, right? And then we crossed down. That's why we came back down and bounced off the 50 EMA. 50 EMA. No longer is this looking like the 50 EMA. Why? Don't ask me why. I have no freaking clue, right? Probably because we're not on the weekly, we're on the daily. So different. The indicator reads differently. As long as we're above the zero line, and we're 50-50 right here, right? So it says zero line. Where is it? Cross below the zero line, 0.03. Cross let's see, where is it? Cross above upper alert line. Where's the cross below signal line? Okay, it must be the signal line. Signal line and zero line. It must be a signal line. I think the signal line is the signal where it's crossing. So if it's crossing right above the signal line, which is whatever it's closer to, right? So there's alerts on these lines when these lines are crossing. So this was crossing right above the signal line, zero line. So it's positive. And we just crossed above it again. See that? That's what we're doing. We just crossed. Came down, crossed above, and we're above the signal line. Okay? We're actually in between both, the high alert and middle of the signal line. But these little tiny crosses are huge moves, guys. I mean, look at these little guys. Or look at that little guy right there. The first one, the first candle I was telling you about that changed this whole momentum was done right there underneath the signal line, crossing the signal line with separation. Right? Not very much stuff in the middle except this one. It didn't really cross though. It just found support before we went up. But it did cross here. We went down and then it finally crossed. Let's see. Haven't seen one. Oh, right there. Look at that. Crossed in the middle. Okay. Crossed in the middle. We saw this tick up right here. So we haven't seen one of these crossing in the middles for a while for DigiByte. But if it crosses upwards and it holds momentum and the volume, we're still seeing an upwards trajectory, just straight up. So everything's looking good. trying to fix my chart here. So that said, guys, we're above the zero signal line on the daily, and we're above it on the weekly. Okay. DigiByte's still looking good, man. I mean, it's a freaking bull flag if I've ever seen it. And we're above. This is huge separation over here on the weekly, guys. And we're above the cross below. Okay, hold on. Cross below upper alert line. Cross below. No, we're cross below. Okay, it's not crossing below. It's crossing above. So when it says cross below, it's talking about a signal like. Well, it's not on the weekly. Like it's like when these things cross upwards down below a line, like right here, just below it, or just below here, right, or just below this one, but we're above it on the weekly. We're above it, so it's still bullish. So yeah, it's almost like over here this touched and we went up right there. Some big candles, guys. I mean, I'm not blowing it up on purpose. It's just, it was big moves. Like this candle was like this candle right here. That was a big, huge move. But anyway, so it still held up above it. Little tiny movement. Little tiny movement made all that. Look at this little tiny movement. I mean, I can't even freaking bring it on the charts. This little tiny movement. This line staying above the high alert line, staying above, not even crossing down, stay separated. Look at the separation there. Is making all that. It's not even close to tick down and cross this alert line where we're going down with separation. Not even freaking close. And this is a zoomed out area, you know, like this is a weekly, not even close. Alright guys, if you guys haven't seen the very beginning of this video, it wasn't about charts. It was about the SEC trying to destroy blockchain. Oh wow guys. Let's see. Fibonacci. Every time I hear that makes me want to buy a painting that's been NFT'd. Okay. Yeah. All you're buying on NFTs are JPEGs. Just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, no, I mean, I use Fibonacci. There's nothing wrong with Fibonacci, right? It just has price targets. Ninja is missing Ed Hardingware. What are you guys talking about? Oh, should have bought DigiByte last week. What are you talking about, guys? Don't think that you missed out. Kidding me? Love LA. Exactly. Exactly what? I don't know what you guys are talking about, but All right, guys, I gotta go. I had fun. It's always been a blast. Oh, one thing before I go, I just wanted to congratulate you guys. Let me pull it up. Atomic swaps are the peer-to-peer blockchain exchanges UTXO cryptos like BTC and DigiByte. Gotta get more batteries. The batteries are just a new mount altogether. All right, check this out, guys. Now, I've said this several times, the DigiByte awareness team. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. You guys and everybody that contributed have done a phenomenal job with DigiByte and donating. So, right here. So DigiByte.org is your balance sheet down below. All right, come on, mouse. So this is where the leaderships and for you guys witnessing DigiByte expanding the horizons, talking to people about crypto and DigiByte. It's an outreach program, support, education, marketing, fundraising, contribution, and the core team handles pretty much a lot of development, guys. Come on, mouse. Now down here. All these are places that contribute to the DigiByte cause. You go to DigiByte or DigiByte.org. Okay. Donate from the community to the community, and we have the general fund, marketing fund, and the development fund. You can put in whatever, but look at this, guys. This was nothing. The balance sheet of the general fund was nothing. Now it's 10,690 DigiByte. The marketing fund, what had like less than about 1,000 DigiByte, now it has 77,507 DigiByte. And the general fund had nothing. The development fund had 12,000 DigiByte when I saw the sheet, and now the balance is 50,000 DigiByte. So I'm really happy about this, and everybody that contributed to this is going to see results. And let me tell you, it is a scratch and crawl kind of deal. It's kind of like, we all have our own thoughts and our own ideas, but what's economical? What works for everybody? Each one of these things has to be voted on. So this money that people contributed, okay, has to, first of all, if DigiByte goes to the marketing fund, it does only marketing fund. If it goes to development fund, it does only development. If it's general, this is just in general, okay? If that's a general fund, generally speaking, it takes care of the general stuff. But marketing guys and development are going to take care of the bigger stuff. We're talking about big stuff here. the marketing fund does big stuff, and just trust me on this, okay? It does big stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it really does. And the development fund is very necessary if you like good wallets. So you want the team to maintain, our developers to maintain good wallets. We're going to see wallets, okay? Good wallets, and we do have good wallets. It's just it's just going to be better, okay? So development fund, wallets, anything that also applies to the blockchain, testing, algorithms, new products, development fund, marketing fund. This does more than you guys actually know. Totally blew my mind. In general fund, generally speaking, I'm glad to see 10,000 DigiByte in there. Who knows what we use it for, but it's probably for the little, the little stuff, to tell you the truth. But it's needful. Trust me, it's needful. Like say the marketing, say there's a team, DigiByte team decided, hey, I want to post up a booth and show somebody the technology of DigiByte. Then the marketing would basically vote on it, or the team would vote on it for the marketing fund, because that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about development fund. So like put up flyers and have people taken care of over at these booths. You might have to pay for the booth, you might pay for the posters, whatever. And that's what that does, handouts and flyers. But the general fund would take care of the water. That's what basically what I was comparing to. And development is like just big development, guys. This is big stuff. 50,000 DigiByte, and the marketing had 77,000. Guys, the development fund was way ahead of the marketing. Now marketing usurped it. And I'm telling you guys, there's things here. Things are going to change. I'm telling you right now, guys. And everybody's going to see it. So, congrats. This was next to nothing. This was like, 1,000. This was like 12,000. Now it's 10,000, 77,000, 50,000 DigiByte. Congratulations. Give yourself, a big kiss on the back of your hand. Okay? So anyway, love you guys. That's all I have. Yeah. Script's got it out.